By the way, I have to say that my cat is really spicy and she scratched me, and that's what this is. So you don't have to wonder the entire video what it is. You're welcome. Hey guys, it's Taylor, and welcome to my channel. I wanted to make this video to introduce me and the purpose of this channel. I've wanted to start this channel for a long time, but I knew that I just didn't have the kind of I don't know, I didn't really have much to talk about. My main goal for this channel is to explain more about my health and myself, and I just really wanted to get really vulnerable. Without further ado, this is Livin' La Vida Ludiker. That's me. I'm Taylor Ludiker. To start off, I want to explain a little bit about why I want to talk about my health. Ever since I was younger, I've always been, I hate saying overweight, but overweight, I guess. I've never really been the ideal body type or size or weight. I'm 5'10". I hit 200 pounds by the time I was going into 8th grade, which was devastating for me. Most of my friends were like 110 pounds. I don't know. It was really hard for my little middle school brain to handle. You know, I spiraled into eating disorders and trying to look good, trying to fit in, trying to not bring attention to myself. Looking back, I realized how stupid that was and how much of how crazy it was that I let those insecurities completely affect my high school experience. If I would have just been a little bit easier on myself, I feel like I might have had a lot more confidence going into my adult life, because I was convinced that nobody would ever love me. I was convinced that I would be stuck just being overweight and alone. A lot of it may be genetics, maybe hereditary, maybe conditional. This is probably going to be TMI, I'm so sorry. But I need to give you good enough backstory so you understand where I'm coming from. I had extremely irregular periods. I only had them for about a year when I was 15, and then they stopped altogether. And me not really understanding the importance of why periods were even a thing, I just didn't think anything of it. I was like, woohoo, no periods. But I went to the doctor when I was 18. I was graduating in 2 months, and I found out that I had severe polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, which I'll probably refer to a lot. Basically meaning that I have a very severe hormone imbalance, which can cause weight gain that's uncontrollable, excess hair on your face or things like that, really bad acne, and just major emotional changes. Basically, the hormones of testosterone and estrogen are not even in my body. That hormone imbalance will make it so you don't ovulate, which means that your body isn't going through that cycle every single month to produce eggs and then shed eggs when they're not fertilized and things like that. So basically that's the reason why I wasn't having any periods. Sorry if you hear my cats in the background running around like crackheads. You good? This polycystic ovary syndrome kind of defined a lot of my senior year of high school. From the beginning of my senior year to when I was diagnosed with PCOS, I had gained 55 pounds. Any of my friends that were there my senior year of high school know. I started to get really anal about my exercise and make sure that I was eating, but not a lot. And, it was just very unhealthy, and I was unhealthy, and I was just upset. But I couldn't do anything. I continued to gain weight no matter how much I exercised, no matter how much I changed my diet. It was completely unexplainable until I was diagnosed. And I was like, dude, this is the hope. This is the hope. This is the light. This is everything that I ever wanted. It brought me a lot of peace knowing that this whole time that I've been struggling with my weight and my hormones and, you know, feeling like I'm not good enough, a lot of it was based off of this one medical diagnosis that I had never received. I'd been talking to my mom about it, and we decided that maybe birth control was the best option because it's a good regulator for your hormones. So I ended up getting put on birth control, and that helped me with my emotions, but I didn't really notice any physical changes. Aside from that, I started getting my period regularly, which was great. I then decided to serve an 18-month mission for my church. And over the course of 2 years of being on birth control, I was able to lose 40 pounds, which was a lot for me. That was, I don't know, it gave me hope. I was like, yes, I can actually lose weight. This is awesome. Anyway, I got home from my mission and I met the love of my life. He's the best. I love him. So we got married. And we started talking about having kids. And that's when I realized that being on birth control, how am I gonna have children? And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop taking my birth control. What's the worst that could happen? So I was 246 pounds when I got home from my mission. Within 6 months of marriage, I had gained 40 pounds. I love my husband, like I said. And it was really hard for me to feel like I can explain it to him because I felt like I looked good, I felt good, I was strong at 246 pounds, and I was happy. I know that that's still a lot for some people, but being 5'10" and for also having a more like sturdy structure to my body, I felt good and I felt like I was comfortable there. But gaining that weight was really hard for me. My husband's a saint and he never said a thing. He wasn't like, oh, I don't love you because you're big, or I don't, whatever. Like he was just like, okay, well, let's see what we can do with it. Let's see what we can do about it. If you're not happy, then let's fix it, And so we worked a lot together, but he noticed what my biggest fear was. And it actually came to fruition again, is that I wasn't able to lose weight no matter what because my hormone imbalance had come back. My mental health had taken a really big toll on me. It was just a rough year. I feel blessed to have had such an amazing support system during that time. The heaviest that I had ever been at 314 pounds. That was hard. That was really hard. I know that look that fat girls get. I've gotten it my whole life. When you tell people how much you weigh, they're just like, oh. I just remember being so completely unhappy that I had let myself get that far. But, there's a big but. And it's not mine because I have a small butt. Anyway, not the point. Daily reminder to drink your water. It's good for you. I drink mine ice cold. Anyway, so on top of this weight problem, after I stopped taking birth control, my periods had stopped completely. I maybe had 3 or 4 periods in the year of 2019. It's a really hard balance to decide what's more important, your physical health or your mental health, because I feel like they both go hand in hand. Without good mental health, having good physical health will do nothing. And so I always picked mental health over physical health, which for some people may not be the same way. I know that my husband feels better when he exercises. I know that that helps him even out his mental health. I definitely think that it's different for everybody, but for me, I knew that my mental health had to come first. I had to take care of myself first. And one big thing that was weighing on my mental health is the fact that I was not able to bear children in 2 years of not taking birth control. I was very disappointed because I know that that is something that has been my husband's dream, is to be a father. And I got scared that I wouldn't be able to do it. I got scared that I wouldn't be able to provide that for him. This is my thought process. I felt like I was forcing him to be married to somebody who is crushing his dreams because I wasn't able to give him what he wanted. And so that was also taking a toll on my self-esteem because I was like, well, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at him if he wanted to leave me because I couldn't have kids. We could try in vitro. We could try the hormone replacements, but we would be spending tens of thousands of dollars on something that may not even work. And this is where the important stuff comes in that I want to base the majority of my channel off of. I had met somebody on my mission who had the gastric sleeve surgery, which is a surgery where they go in laparoscopically and they take out 75 to 85% of your stomach. It's supposed to help regulate your hormones, kickstart weight loss, allow for portion control. It's something that I had been looking into for the 3 years prior. After 3 really terrible mental breakdowns in October of 2020, we decided that there was no choice. There was no decision to be made that I was going to get this surgery. It's really frustrating because I've spent most of my life going to doctors and them telling me that I wouldn't be sick or I wouldn't be hurting or I wouldn't have issues if I would just lose weight. That's like my absolute least favorite sentence in the whole entire world because I've had so many experiences with going to the doctor and not getting the proper treatment because I am overweight. It's infuriating. It is so frustrating. Put yourself on like a 1,500 calorie a day diet. Just do this, do that. But those don't last. Like those are temporary fixes for something that needs to be permanent. November 25th, 2020, I had the gastric sleeve surgery. That's kind of what I want to base this channel off of is my journey with the gastric sleeve surgery. I'm about 5 weeks out from surgery. I have lost 43 pounds. I am down to 259 pounds as of January 4th of 2021. I am extremely happy with my experience with the gastric sleeve surgery. It's been very hard. With relearning my body, basically. I've had to relearn how to eat, how to fuel myself with things other than what I may have fueled myself with before. I've dealt with eating too much and being sick. I've dealt with not eating enough and getting lightheaded. I've dealt with being dehydrated, not getting my vitamins in, having deficiencies. But I can still say that I am so happy that I was able to have this surgery. I want to answer any questions that any of you may have about the surgery or about my decision or just about me in general. I know that it's kind of taboo. Weight loss surgery seems like a vain thing or even just like an easy way out. Which I understand if you feel that way. I have to disagree because I'm the one that lived it. But I want all of those. I want all of those questions and comments. And I'm really excited to share this journey with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind, please comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you feel like following me, if not, that's totally cool. And I'm really grateful for you. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.